Hang loose. Let's do the time warp. Okay, I just totally blew that. It went out without my... That's what happens. Start going caffeinated again and... It's not the caffeine either. I proved it with ginger tea. Drinking pirates. The Pope writes these encyclicals every once in a while. Well, they're little works, right? It's like, oh, like the painter comes out with a masterpiece. The Pope's latest work. Like, oh, Da Vinci did a new painting. It's like, oh, work. And these encyclicals make comments on faith and things of that nature. And stuff. It's Pope stuff, right? Come on. So, his is called Fratelli Tutti. Fratelli Tutti. Which is Latin for Fruity Tooty. Hey Rudy, Fruity Tooty. Fratelli Tutti. Fratelli Tutti. Fratelli Tutti. Hey Rudy. Fratelli Tutti. No, Fratelli means brothers. Tutti is all, like total, Latin words. So this literally is entitled Brothers All. What's wrong with that? I'll tell you. It fails to include brothers and sisters. It was sexist because it doesn't include some and another's inclusion of the institution is long criticized for treating women as second-class citizens. Meanwhile, the Pope's like, no, you don't understand. He likes talking in Latin, even though that's not really Latin. My grandfather is 100% Latin. Tutti frutti. Hey, Rudy. He says that St. Francis always kind of said, when he said brothers, it was like brothers and sisters, and Francis made it, the saint, made it a point that it was such. Well, that's a whole lot of that on a whole lot of things. Now, I'm kind of like PO'd that it just went freaking... So I'm just going to do it 2-section. This is like part 1, part 2 already. So, hey. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. Hang loose. Aloha. Hey. Welcome, Mongoose Max Hawaii. Hang loose. This is the letters to the editor part. This is what I'm going to do. Read you letters to the editor. Because I didn't get a chance to do this earlier. It's just not going to fit. None of this thing doesn't understand. None of this makes any sense. What the hell are you doing? What's with this channel? Sit at home and alone in your room and drink coffee. Talk about God, devils, the witch is coming back. It's the pressure underneath it all. She's got her room all set up. She's coming in. I need to brace myself. God, she showed up just the other day. Just the presence. Just her presence. And she sneaks around. She wears like all black. She's tooted up all makeup style. You know, when you're really dark and black-hearted and evil inside, and you're really freaking that mean to people, unless you want something from them, then it's like, oh, hi there. Hi. Oh, what you like, I like. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, I did a little something for you. Oh, by the way, I need like thousands of dollars. Oh, hi. Oh, here's my child. I gave birth of her just for you. Hi. That's called love bombing. And she's expert at that with my mom. So it's over with. It's been game over there for 20 years. Me, I am the evil one in her eyes. Because I'm in the way of her totally getting my mom's bank account. My mom's going to be 90 years old. She's a widow. for 6 years. Yeah, man, it's evil shit. I know, I should report it to adult abuse, but I brought it up with my mom. She said, no, she doesn't want that. Now, back to the fun stuff. Sorry, but I'm going to explain why evil exists, I'll tell you. And it's more than just bad person. All the makeup in the world. If you are what you inside. Now, let us to the editor. Over here is pretty good. It's this cartoon and this thing. Hey, they're driving and then the mask. Look at mask on. Look at them on the rearview mirror. Jingly balls. Dice. Like those things. You get the nutsack thing. Like a fuzzy dice. Well, you didn't know that. Testicular fuzzy dice. Get going with your deep psych. I call it deep psych. Psych is fun. It's also very strange. UH should preserve important programs. We've gone over this where the UH cut dancing and German and the stuff that everyone wants to major in. Conflict resolution. The UH should this person, Annabelle, not related to the haunted doll. Honorable Kotzin from St. Louis Eyes. I am dismayed, angered, and saddened at see that the University of Hawaii President David Lassner and UH Manoa Provost, Michael Bruno, singer? No, are proposing to cut the theater. Theater. Now we're talking. You should gonna cut the theater? We're gonna come get you. Right, we know where you live. And we ain't going there because we don't want to go to your house. Dance and journalism, ethnic studies and public administration programs. You can cut those. Screw that. And others. UH refers to article. It is during challenging, difficult downtimes throughout history that the arts have enlivened, rejuvenated, and inspired people, giving them inspiration, the spirit inside the muse. La la la. Inspired people to give them inspiration and hope to move forward and use that extra roll of toilet paper. Don't be afraid. I have personally attended theater productions that were creative, brilliant, and awe-inspiring. And I have attended some that were amateurish, kind of cool, but what the heck? Hey, it's theater. The people are listening to live acting. How do you remember all those lines? Some I created praise in the theater world. I know those in the dance program who went on double major in science and medicine. Dancing oncologist. A journalism is absolutely essential in keeping us informed and enlightened. Likely. You got me, I'll read your newspaper. Oh, but you need journalists to write the newspaper. Yeah, journalism's cool. Be enlightened. But we're beyond the age of enlightenment, so there's other stuff in the world. It's not all age of reason crap. My Bennington College undergraduate degree was in music cello performance. We're listening to a cellist. And dance. My Harvard master's... I will shut up now. My Harvard master's degree is in... Harvard's okay. Yale's probably much more... Yeah, I've encountered a lot of Harvard stuff. The Harvard master's degree is in public administration. I studied leadership principles with people from all over the world. And go there. We can be more important in this age than we must survive on this planet. During this challenging times, cutting off ethnic studies is unconscionable. Please reconsider. Thank you. Please reconsider. They've considered it already. Tough titty. Anyways, sorry. I kind of agree with the Annabelle. Cello music is kind of cool. I like bass. I played bass in high school. Rock and roll, but cello. Laying off the public workers. Laying off public workers. Illogical, Captain. Now we're on the Starship Enterprise here. Bert Oshiro needs to stop beating a dead horse. Beat something else, Bert. Because it's illogical. It's sad and unfortunate that many workers in the hospitality field are being furloughed or will have their jobs cut permanently. I fail to see how cutting the jobs from public sector is not going to help our island industry economy. Using the logic of Oshiro and others, we should force more business closures in order for these businesses to truly share the pain of the other businesses that went under because of COVID-19. Ridiculous logic, if you ask me. I've already had enough of this crabs in the bucket mentality. Crabs in the bucket. They can't get out because they got the crabs keep pulling them down because they're all trying to get out this mentality. Tuan Tron Makiki. All businesses must suffer. Feel my pain. Feel my pain. That's the mentality. That crabs in a bucket. He may be referring to. I'm not sure. I'm not telling you what you were thinking there. Tuan. Okay, there's a couple more, so let's get on. Avoid saying you hate Trump or others. That's reading this for the first time. Avoid saying you hate Trump. Everyone should admit that there can be a bias in the media. They are, after all, products developed by human beings. If they weren't products developed by human beings, what would they be developed by? I saw a monkey use a stick once. Even a bird uses a stick. And products produced, artificial artifacts. Anything artifact is made by a person. I did archaeology too. True. At the same time, the vast majority of people can admit they do not personally know our President Donald Trump. No, I don't. So when someone says they hate Donald Trump, quote unquote, we should admit that the image we have of him as provided by biased media. Here we go. We see the... I bet you say mainstream media, David Hamer, Hawaii guy. Mainstream media. It's always mainstream. What is mainstream? It's like, what we consensually agree upon, kind of the unspoken approval of both information that comes to us through media outlets like television or radio. Because you get DJs commenting or social media, and then there's but there's always mainstream attached to everything. It's like the body that we consider is logically accepted, and like this, and then they're like attack it and say that it's bad, and then you have the Trump saying fake news, which is a problem. Because now we got this, you gotta fact check everything, and then when you fact check the person saying that things are fake and those things are like lies, it becomes an unnecessary thing. So you get some news, you expect them to report the facts, and since you expect them to report the facts, you take it as a presupposition that they are basically reporting the facts. So you listen to it and you accept what they're saying. It's like, oh, there's a hurricane over there. You think there's a hurricane over there. Then you accept these channels that are all talking about that, and they're calling it mainstream. But then you apply mainstream to astronomy. Mainstream astronomists say this, but I say this. Now, I'm all for being open-minded, but when someone says they hate Donald Trump, we should admit the image of him is provided by biased media. It's already saying they're biased. I think everyone has a bias to a certain degree. Let's get on with it. Of course, you may still disagree with him, and that does not mean you should hate him. So he's definitely pro-Trumpy. Since, quote, hate speech is wrong, now he's going on logic, perhaps we should all step back and ask where we should go do... I'll step back and ask whether we could do more to avoid the use of the term hate in passing judgment on someone we don't really know. I don't think hate is necessarily rooted in judgment. You could say it stems from prejudging it of things that might not be true. You're prejudging things that might not be true, and then you hate them because of that, or something like that. But I don't think hate has to... I don't think it requires judgment. We each take this one simple step. We can each it requires motive and emotion. We can take one simple step and begin a journey that should ultimately take us to a better place. David Heimer. I absolutely disagree with you. Not because of your pro-Trumpiness, but because I'm like, go look up videos about interviews with Frank Zappa and free speech and like cuss words and stuff. He's saying, that Frank Zappa's view is more or less more explains what I adhere to with a lot of everything, basically. Joe's Garage. I am Mud Shark. I even had that in my yearbook. Barry Obama had Choom Buddies. I had Mud Shark. What's your conceptual continuity? Frank Zappa speaking on using words. Words, use them freely. Even the cuss words. Don't censor yourself. Like the shirt. F yourself. Wear it. Don't censor and don't adhere to people censoring things. So if you're going to use the word hate, just go ahead and use it. Just be mindful. Is it true hate? Or are you just saying it because everyone else says it? And one more before I go over time, and everyone stick with me. There's plenty of new videos, and I promise I'm going to do another crypto. And there's a crypto in the plumbing that it's just not clogged because I haven't gotten my little approval yet. It's an interview. It's about crypto world wallets. Last call. Vietnam War casualties were losers. Vietnam War casualties. Guys, I used to know so many Vietnam vets because I'd go to the beach, drink beer. I don't anymore. Thank you, God, for my sobriety. But I used to. And then I'd meet people on the beach and talk to them, and so many of them were Vietnam vets. They're all older than me, so if someone like younger than me is saying they're a Vietnam vet, they're full of it. And it used to be a thing. People try to pretend they are and they're not. Crazy world. So I met Vietnam War veterans. Love you, buddies. Now we got more veterans. Love you guys too. Not like that, I mean, not like Trump loves you. I really love you. We love you a long time. No, let's get on to it. Vietnam War casualties weren't losers and suckers. I am also take two. God. Take it easy. Don't rush. I am also a Vietnam veteran, non-combat. Okay. I'm writing in reference to my good friend, Ben Toyoma, reference about the Trump loser article, September 11th. Oh my God. I was stationed at Hickam Air Force Base from 1967 to 1970 as an active flight airline engine mechanic. Yeah, good for you. Gotta keep them running. I was with the 61st Field Maintenance Squadron. Yeah, behind the scenes. Especially helicopters. Shoot, the maintenance on those gotta be good, or else. I saw daily our C-141s fly in nightly with their cargo hold lined up with flag-draped coffins containing the remains of our fallen, brave young people who weren't suckers or losers, as the individual claims to be, the commander-in-chief claimed them to be. Yeah, Mike, search for another word in that, if you could, just don't hurt me. I try to use this little technique whenever I go writing and try to be serious about writing. Try not to use that same word in the same sentence. Right. So here's the sentence. It's a big long sentence. Okay, the latter half of the sentence. It's like a whole paragraph sentence. Avoid run-ons. Don't listen to me. Don't do what I say. Do the opposite. That's what I meant you to do. No. The latter half part of the sentence. Who weren't suckers or losers, as the individual who claims to be commander-in-chief claimed them to be. Gotta replace it. It also pains me that he said that. So make your vote count, please. We need a change in our country. Mike Nino Jr. Eva Beach. Thank you, Mike Nino Jr. of Eva Beach. And thank you for your service, because that's a cliche thing to say. Hang loose. Aloha.